Welcome back to My Hero Academia Anime Review, episode 33. This time I'm only reviewing the newest episode of the anime, which is called Temp Squad. Yep, Temp Squad. Yeah. Now, the thing with this particular episode is, now, with this week, the new chapter has been released. I kind of have read it, but I'm not going to review it because there's no title for it yet. So, yeah, probably expect to see a special for this tomorrow, along with probably Fire Force. Yeah, those two. Probably expecting Fire Force probably for tomorrow for those two because that's probably when they finally released this chapter in English. Who knows? As for why in the world the chapters were delayed release, like from the sites I know reading from, I don't have any idea. It's particularly very bizarre. This episode is adapted from chapters 146 to 148, covering 3 full chapters. And no, it does not stop at all, which is quite interesting. Though it looks like they'll possibly next week they might cover 4 chapters again. It's possible. With this particular episode, there's only about 14 chapters left. Yeah, only 14 chapters to go. And that's pretty much it. With 14 chapters, they're probably thinking, oh, maybe this will be done in just 7 episodes. But knowing how this season has basically been going through this particular arc really quickly, like a lot quicker than they probably would, and with last week covering 4 chapters, next week they probably would do the same thing. Probably covering 4 chapters again. Probably because, well, they probably want to get to the arc that comes right after this one. Probably not the remodel course arc, because I heard something that they're going to cover this arc and, the cultural festival arc. Yeah, there's nothing mentioned here about the remodel course arc. They're going to adapt that. They have not mentioned it at all, but I would not be surprised, especially since the arc itself is really short. You know how short this arc is? It's only about 6 chapters. Yeah, it's by far the shortest arc of the entire series. What happens this episode? First, we have about a few different things going on here. Episode picks up exactly where last week's episode left off. We have Fat Gum and Red Riot pretty much finish up their battle with one of the strong villains. Yeah, the one basically who's had a fetish for, who has a thing for participating in death matches, and since Red Riot's still alive, he wants to go get him patched up so he can go kill him. The other guy simply just ties up and, of course, yeah, takes him to a first aid station, which is actually not that far from where they are, and Red Riot gets patched up, and Fat Gum asks him, he's like, can I kill him? I was like, let him breathe a little. It's like, since you're showing mood, tell us the reason why. He tells about the fact that he basically was an underground death fighter, and the only reason why he joined the Yakuza was because that Overhaul defeated him. Yep, that's the gist of it. So he wants to fight him again. And he wants to bring the gang back to prominence. His partner, one who makes barriers, wants him to stop, but he tells him to be quiet. And that's the portion for the episode you see from Fat Gum. Then we cut back to Eraserhead, Night Eye, Deku, and Rockload. Yeah, Eraserhead and Deku get briefly separated, while Rockload basically using his ability lockdown, where he locks in portions of the wall to get it to stop moving. Eventually gets separated, and of course Eraserhead and Deku get separated in another room, but Deku managed to punch right through. But then, while walking through the hallway, this kind of intersects basically goes on here. Basically, if Overhaul, one of his subordinates carrying Eri, walking past and said, "Temp Squad, you're up." And who was Temp Squad? Why, it's Toga and Thrice. Yep, it's revealed in flashback they were sent by Todoroki to infiltrate the Yakuza gang as sort of a spy. And she wants revenge against Overhaul for killing Mog, the only character who was killed in present day. Isn't that weird, though? We have characters killed off in the past, in flashbacks. Present day? No. Like, one character gets killed off. In a very gory way, too. Yep, so basically she stabs Rockload in the frickin' back, beats him pretty easily, and after Deku breaks through the wall, they see 2 Rockloads. Yep, it's actually Thrice disguised That's what's right. Toga disguise, and of course, well, she goes and of course she dips, and she's like naked. Though, lucky enough, Razorhead basically covers her up with his scarf. Now, this is very similar to what they did with her back in the Hero License exam, where they kind of put this thing over her to make it look like she, even though she is completely naked, they put this like suit on her to make it look like she's not naked. It's kind of a censor in a way. They did the same thing in previous seasons, so they reused the same thing here. Because in the manga, yeah, she really is completely naked. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of implied Deku may have actually seen her without her clothes on, but she doesn't care. She has no problem with having Deku see her completely naked. Yeah, and she basically blushes like usual, like she really wants him with a knife. Like, here's a. Yeah, that's the thing about her. She has a fetish for both Deku and Otaku. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, it's not thoroughly explained. She loves seeing couples in love, and she has obsession with these specific two. Why the heck this actually has never been explained, as far as I could tell. And then we see Night Eye running to Thrice. Now, this is actually a slight change in the manga. Like, what's this? They sent a guy in a suit after us? And so Thrice goes supersize and tries to take out Night Eye, but fails. And of course, it looked like he cut him up, but no, all he did was shred his shirt, revealing the fact that Night Eye actually works out. Yeah, he is ripped under that shirt. And apparently, he also fights him to the point where he blows up part of his mask. And Thrice is like, I have to run away, run away, run away. Yeah, he runs a lot like freaking coward he is. And then Toga just gives him like a bandage that can cover up the part of his mask. And it's been very heavily implied throughout the whole series that Thrice is in love with Toga, but Toga does not reciprocate feelings for him. Oh yeah, it's also in the flashback before they joined up with Overhaul that the reason why she joined was because of Stain. Yep, Stain the hero killer. Because she wants to do whatever she wants. And you also see Todoroki, one of his rare times, takes off the hand that covers his face. Yeah, you see one of the rare times he takes it off. This is by far, at this point in the series, only the second time this has ever happened to him. Like, he does it currently, but he destroyed all the rest of the hands, but he keeps one. He keeps the one that basically covers up his face. Yep. And, well, that's kind of the episode. Kind of setting up, and apparently that Lemillion basically has gotten past basically everybody and gotten. It's getting Tora straight to Eri, setting up next week's episode, which is probably because it's called Lemillion, and there's a chapter called Lemillion. I looked up in here, and they're probably going to adapt 4 chapters again. It's possible, but it all depends what Studio Bones is going to do. Really good episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yep. So that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my next review, which will be a review of the newest episode of the 7 Deadly Sins. Yep. But until you see you on my next review, bye.